Give me a second so I can share this. A lot of people are starting to feel this energy. We've kind of had solar flares hitting our planet. We're kind of in a geomagnetic storm right now. Give me one sec. So it's making people feel all types of ways. Like my phone's being slow. It can kind of mess up electronic devices. I heard a lot of people having computer problems. Hang on. I have one more. Alright, I have some news I'm going to do, and then I'll do some cards like usual. In China, we had a thunderstorm that hit Chengdu with lightning that struck directly on the ground and created sparks at the railway station, and the glass doors were blown open and broken. Passengers were blown down, and a lot of this city was flooded as well. We're seeing flooding all over the world right now. A bunch of wiggling eels leave an Oregon highway a gooey mess. These slimy creatures were being transported in a truck that overturned. Police were using hoses to try to clear Highway 101. This was 7,500 pounds of eel and shut down the whole highway. We have a flooding emergency in the Midwest. This will soon impact millions on the East Coast. Ohio, Wisconsin, and Illinois are flooded bad after heavy rainfall. And the threat continues as rivers continue to rise. I want to talk about what's happening right now. Basically, if you subscribe to the law of one, which you have to after a certain point, if you want to make it past the fifth density, you have to go back to a state of oneness. And basically, the third dimension is being destroyed by earth, wind, and fire. We're seeing it everywhere. This is what I track. This is what I pay attention to. I'm more into natural kind of events. And it's happening on a daily basis. It's not like, oh my God, there was this big event. On a daily basis, I could do this kind of news every single day, and you would really see it happening everywhere. We had a terror attack, I say terror attack, near Jerusalem's Temple Mount site. The gunman allegedly opened fire on Israeli soldiers. I'm not buying this. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, right. I've been to Israel. I've lived over there, so I know the area pretty extensively. And I was like, there's no way in hell that would ever happen, because it's not like here where we have police everywhere governing stuff. They have soldiers everywhere governing stuff, and it just doesn't seem very plausible. So when I saw that, I'm just going to say I don't personally believe it. We have mountains crumbling in India, entire mountains. The area is flooded. 2 million people have been displaced right now. We have massive sinkholes swallowing houses again in Florida. We're basically seeing crazy things with landslides, earth's crumbling, reshaping itself and reforming kind of globally. We have an evacuation as wildfires burn on the flanks of Italy's Mount Vesuvius. Canada is still on fire. In British Columbia, fire has forced residents from their homes. The fires are burning out of control. Ashcraft Indian Reservation has completely burned down. There was an underground, this is my favorite, there was an underground explosion that rocks this Mexican town. Residents in a sleepy Mexico town fear there's a new volcano. It's bubbling underground. After an eruption, a gas and smoke emerged from a field. I saw where they did a scientific test to measure how hot the smoke was coming out of it, and it was over like 120 Fahrenheit, I believe. So this was really hot too, and probably ready to go off. People don't realize that all these plates are connected. And in my life, I'm getting ready for a pole shift. I am making sure that my vibration is high enough so that I kind of make the cut for this pole shift. Stanford, this is my other favorite. Stanford University has published new research that a mass extinction is underway. Earth's past extinctions have usually been associated with sudden catastrophic events or drastic climate changes. According to the research, the current mass extinction is largely caused by humans. In the last 500 years, there have been 5 mass extinctions, where many species rapidly die off, disappearing forever. Now scientists say humans are to blame for Earth's 6th mass extinction. We're now moving into another one of these events that could easily ruin the lives of everyone on the planet, they say. Human overpopulation size and growth are some of the driving factors behind the extinction. It has a negative impact on ecosystems. They're saying we are losing our window of opportunity to change anything. Animals are going extinct 15 and 100 times as fast from the now fast rate from the past. They say they're trying to ban child marriage in California. It's kind of funny that, okay, they first tried to push this bill and they had an age limit of 18 years old, but then they immediately took it out, changed the bill, and then put it back in. And they're trying to sell it as they're trying to change and kind of get a control of childhood marriage, but yet they're doing the opposite. So they're telling the public, oh, we're trying to fight this, we're trying to help. And then they're passing laws to make it easier for people to smuggle and traffic children. And then guess what? When they tried to put the 18-year marriage age in there, guess who had it taken out? Planned Parenthood, which is really funny, right? I love it because they're always like, they're pretty much like the Vatican with things here, pretty much straight evil. So they're really lobbying and making big changes in things on California and making it easier for these type of things to happen. I just put up a post on my page. I just want to ask people, how much worse does it have to get here before people want to change? What do you guys have to see? What do you guys have to lose? What has to happen? There are people dying all over the world. We have it pretty good. There are people that do not have clean water, food. There are people dying of diseases. There is craziness going on all in this matrix. And we actually are the ones that volunteered to come change things. And if we don't stand up, if we don't do it, no one else will do it. It's our job. So I know a lot of people can say, what do I care if they're poisoning, what do I care if they're poisoning food? I don't care. Well, what happens when your kid gets cancer? What happens when you get cancer? What happens when your family starts dying? Because I know people don't really care what's going on other places. It's kind of starting to hit closer and closer to home. So I know there are people that can cling to that paradigm that these systems are helping them, that, you know, they're free, they're sovereign, whatever. But you can't deny it too much longer. Things are going to get crazier and crazier. We're having solar flares hit our planet, and we really haven't even come out of the same storm since that full moon like 2 weeks ago. We've been non-stop in crazier and crazier energy. And that's just going to keep making things flare up. But how much do you guys have to see before we had enough of it? Because we can stand up anytime. We can change this. We can do something about it. And I know that people feel powerless, like, oh my God, but I like to look at it like, this is how I see it anyway, and I have a pretty good understanding of how things work here and the laws of the universe, and I got to where I am by trial and error, by making all bad choices, and kind of learning how the universe works. But I'm going to say that I look at it like kind of like 3 old guys in a room, right? Just in a plain room, 3 guys, each holding a mirror, and we're all standing in the middle, and we see these mirror tricks, we see these illusions. Oh my God, well, they have all the world armies, we can't do anything. No, there's more of us than the people in power. Actually, so much more. We have to come together in unity to change things. We have to stop playing by their rules. We have to stop going out and voting, period. We have to stop playing their game and just stand up, and all of this will fall in. And then a lot of the problem is people are so focused on the old, and it's a distraction. We're feeding the old by constantly bringing up how horrible it is, how much it sucks, how much these governments are controlling things. Oh my God, Trump, whatever it is. I already had to block someone on my page for inputting on my chocolate post their Trump views. These things are not helping. We have to focus on creating the new. We already have shifted onto an entirely brand new planet with different dimensions, and it's actually amazing here. It's everything we've always wanted, but we're focusing on the old, and the only reason we're still seeing the old is because people have brought their old timelines with them. So for every person that can step away and focus on the higher dimensions, those timelines are going to collapse. They're just going to fall in like dominoes. So we don't have to do anything. We don't have to be going out and like having some people want to go have protests or whatever it is. That's just creating more disharmony. It's feeding these systems we don't like. We have to kind of get smarter than that and put our energy into creating the new. Also, people are starting to realize that, I know in the 4th density, people really are starting to be service of others and at a detriment to themselves. We need to step back from the collective whole a little bit and focus a little bit more on our own individual perspective and the changes that we could be making in our own lives to make it better, because that's how we influence the collective. It's not really having a big impact. I also want to say that the best thing that people can do to be helping consciousness is sharing these posts, sharing these memes, sharing spiritual posts and stuff, because I've learned so much just from reading these same memes all the time. And if we keep seeding this planet, people are kind of like sheep, I hate to say it, the sleep bar. They're going to catch on, they're going to wake up, they're going to follow us, and they're going to see that there's more to life than working 9 to 5 and having 2 days off where you sleep and going right back to work. Having a mortgage you can't afford, not really having anything you want, being sick, being limited. There's more to life than being an indentured servant. There's much more to life than that. And people are now like tuning into the spiritual and realizing that these are the aspects that's important. And I'm kind of done with my rant. I'm going to do cards. Just stay high vibe. Anyone that's a light worker has to know that this is a tough job, that there are forces that are trying to put your light out. They're trying to put you out completely. Keep fighting through it. We don't fight back. We fight this with peace. We fight this with love. We fight this with compassion and empathy and understanding. Because you'll find that if you try to understand someone else's perspective, all that hate and anger will kind of drift away and dissipate. We are major alchemists. That's our job. We have to transmute any of this negativity. It doesn't mean we have to be around it, but we're here to transmute it. And I'm not quite into ignoring all of it either. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't really want to focus on it, but I don't want to ignore what's going on. There's a danger that lies in that as well. So I think Jesus might have been the one who said to walk the middle path. That's what we need to learn how to do. We need to learn how to stay aware, but we have to put our focus on creating the new. We have a blank slate here. We are free from karma. We should be free from attachments at this point. We should be starting to vibrate higher and higher, and you have a complete blank slate for your life completely. You can really manifest and kind of create anything that you want. So stay focused on what you want, not what we don't want. It's really easy to focus on the negative and what's wrong. It's a little bit harder to find the good in everything and the good in everyone. I'm going to do cards right now real quick. I have to insert this somewhere. The link to our website is above. We teach Reiki classes, we do chakra openings, we do readings, activations, all sorts of stuff. Check out our site sometime. I had to find an article on blood types on there, and there's a search bar like right in the top right hand corner. Like I just typed in blood types and pulled up a couple different articles on it. So if you want to like search for something on our site, I used to post so much information on there. I'm trying to get back into it, but we have so much information that's all accurate. And there's a problem too and there's just with the internet, like you can go search for anything, but is it the truth? Is it accurate? There's a lot of distortions everywhere. So at least on our site, everything's accurate. Everything should resonate, and it should be part of your story and your path too, because you guys are me. Brittany, I was going to come find you, but I already knew you would make it here today. But when me and Sparks go live on the weekend, we're going to go live on Sunday. We just didn't yesterday because we went to this salt cave meditation and had kind of a really long weekend. So when me and Sparks go live on Sunday, I'll come find you for sure. Don't make any big decisions right now. We're being upgraded on a massive level right now. That looks like purging. A lot of people felt a lot of intense anger over the weekend too. I had to deal with that on a major level because I'm the type that I like to insert myself in all of you guys' lives to try to help or whatever, lend assistance, healing energy. So I was seeing a lot of people purging out some serious childhood anger, past life anger, past life grief, things like that. So I personally like this solar energy better than lunar energy. Maybe it's just my personality, whatever. I can deal with it all day long. But drink more water. You're being upgraded. Be kind to yourself. It's so easy to be nice to other people, but I know that you guys are not thinking all positive thoughts. Otherwise, I wouldn't be seeing this mess still. We would have fixed it. So really focus on your thoughts. That's where I'm at in my life. I'm trying to get control of my mind because I know it's like a supercomputer. So Brittany, get control of your mind even more. I know people can say, oh, I've done that, I've mastered it. Well, you can always perfect yourself. You can always try to keep going and get back to that pure state. So work on your thoughts, stay positive. Don't make any big decisions right now because you're being upgraded. This energy is intense. So this is not a time to be making huge changes. I'm not sure how long this energy will last for. I'm kind of out of the loop, but just rest. You guys should be resting up anyways before the next lunar cycle comes. Frankie Borelli, good morning. I've been sending your dog major healing energy, and I know all the light workers have been. What an amazing soul. He's a little healer. I guess he's here to teach you healing too. It's funny because one could look back on my life, and I was a very sick child. I had a lot of operations and surgeries throughout my life and things like that. But it was actually so that I could learn how to heal others, and I would have a really good understanding of how the body works. I had to heal myself first, and I was learning on myself. So you're an amazing healer, and this dog is trying to teach you how to heal even better, which sounds crazy. But my dog's a healer too. So there are animals that are healers. Conflict and defeat, hand it over to God. That's where this is really like part of the path, surrender, a big part. Especially, you guys might think you've surrendered, because for me, I had to surrender to God first, and then I had to surrender again with my twin flame. So surrender is a big part of this. I was trying to explain to someone today that we don't have as much control over our lives as we think. We planned out our whole situations before we came here. So literally, we don't have as much control and power as you think. Pray to God, hand it over to God, learn how to live in the now. Because people who have anxiety are usually worried about their future. People who are depressed are usually looking back on the past. So literally live in the now. It will kind of dissipate any of that negativity of your thinking, whatever. We don't have anything to stress about. We're always divinely taken care of, and the universe gives us everything that we need. Imperfect timing. Amanda Horsting, good morning. I didn't feel like going live today. I just wanted to anyway, because I knew it's Monday morning and you guys kind of need it, and it's kind of a good pickup. And we have a lot of really good energy on here. Victory and success. Anything that you want to do, you're going to be able to conquer right now. Before, the universe, you have to understand, is always responding to our vibrations. So before, we had really low vibrations. So most of our lives, we attracted really low vibration things that weren't very much fun. And now, as our vibrations are raising, we're going to be attracting higher and higher vibration experiences, which is pretty amazing. We can easily do things. We can instant manifest now. We have telepathy and telekinesis gifts. We have amazing spiritual gifts that are unique in everyone. Mine won't be like Amanda's, and Amanda's aren't like mine. We're unique in every way, and we have a unique gift and skill set that we can offer. I want to see everyone getting back to their spiritual gifts to help people. I pretty much am cool. If we have an economic collapse today, I would be amazed with it, and I'm great. I'm prepared for anything that'll happen, and I feel at some point that has to happen, because we're still on this magic money system that we don't need, and it's just kind of complicating humanity. And I really look forward to a day where we go back to living as the natives did, with a medicine wheel type thing. I don't know a lot about it, but they had some type of medicine wheel where if someone was sick or needed something, they would trade for their services. I look forward to something like that. Keep tuning into your gifts, and you're so successful in anything you're doing right now. Chantel Kareen, good morning. Solar plexus. This is for everyone. We did this amazing meditation, chi meditations last night. And really, this is where your life force energy is located. Some people say it's the sacral, some people say it's the solar plexus, but think about it. The solar plexus is where you feel empathy from. So as empaths, we're kind of like sponges. We have to really be careful we're dissipating any negative energy out of our solar plexus, etc. You would probably really benefit from a chakra opening. You should check our site out. But literally, you need to be taking more salt baths. That's the best way I can teach you guys to be taking, to be detoxing any negative energy out of your body. Get out into nature or take more salt baths. We take on so much around us, especially even on Facebook. I had some psycho troll on my chocolate comment. It's a post about chocolates. Like, who has something to write about that? I don't even like chocolate personally, but I thought you guys might. So whatever. So I had that, right? But even that experience, I had to take on some negative energy. So if I'm not careful, I want to get that out of my body. I don't want to hold on to other people's baggage. Let's just put it that way. I want to detox it out of my system, out of my energy, etc. Salt baths are the best way to do that. And it doesn't matter what kind of salt. You can use Epsom salt, Himalayan, sea salt, whatever. Caitlin Batters, good. I'm trying to give you guys really good energy. Let's put these frequencies up. Let's take these frequencies up a notch. We can be using this energy to our benefit. I like to study energy. I feel you guys' energy deeply, like really deeply. That's why I isolate a lot and I like to stay home alone because I'm very energy sensitive. So I'm feeling the collective energy, and we can really bring it up. We can manifest anything we want with this energy right now, and we can literally use it to create the new earth. Start to create a new life for yourselves. I know that, I know a lot of people like will sell you on, no, this is your book, this is you, this is what you are. But we're going to close that old book and we're going to start a new one basically. Or, you know, you're going to end the last chapter and write a new one. So let's get rid of the old and let's start fresh. Every day is really a new beginning to do that. I want to take these frequencies off the roof today, through the roof today. I mean, you're doing such a good job, Caitlin. The universe is trying to tell you guys that we are the awakened light bearers, and everyone is doing an amazing job. And it's amazing to see how we each have unique gifts and skills and how we're coming together as a whole. I love seeing the same warriors every day on Facebook on this crusade and working so hard. And I know we don't always have the same perspectives or beliefs, but it comes together as a whole. So yeah, I work together on Facebook with the flat earth people, the vegans over here. Then we have people who don't like vaccines, people who are against child trafficking, people who are against politics. And everyone has their little area of expertise. Maybe for Caitlin, it's addiction, whatever. And it comes together. This is how it's all going to come together like dominoes and kind of take out the old. So you're doing really, really good. Amazing work. Get creative. Now is time we should get creative. Yeah, literally. Michelle Johnson, I want to say too, I know how people felt in World War II where they said it wasn't affecting them and they could turn a blind eye to what was happening. But then it really did affect everyone. You have to understand that. So at this point, I know people have been okay with maybe turning a blind eye to what's going on. But literally, it's starting to affect everyone on a collective level. And you have to understand that people don't want humanity to be healthy and doing great and ascending because guess what? That doesn't make people money. So we have to focus on healing, reprogramming ourselves to be positive because we all had a lot of negative programming from everything in the matrix. We really had to just work on reprogramming ourselves and unplugging from this. And Michelle, you are awake and you are aware. This does not mean a baby, don't worry. It's a card of abundance, literally. And that's where we're at. We have to be manifesting love in abundance. That's our original frequency. I know that we've been distorted and put like on a fear frequency. Oh my God. No, we're supposed to be attuned to love and frequencies and beautiful divine frequencies of love, like amazing ones. So focus on love and abundance. Shannon Von Dyke, good morning. Your heart chakra is wide open. So is mine. And that's how I draw you guys to me. So it's going to do something amazing to your energy where like strangers will just come up and talk to you. You're going to start attracting your soul group back to you. I put out the vibe all the time that I want my soul family back. As I merge, as I've merged back into one with my twin flame, I want to merge back into one with my whole soul group. So I'm always putting the vibe out there that I just want to be around my soul group who I vibe with. So you're doing really good. Your heart chakra will just keep expanding all the time. Linda Griffiths, good morning. Your third eye is wide open, and that's what I want. That's what I really want. I can't deal with, some people want to go wake everyone up. I can't deal with sleeping people because I believe they're choosing to sleep, and I have to respect their free will. And I don't feel that there's a lot that you can really do till someone decides they want to wake up. But you have amazing intuition, literally. And your third eye is just going to keep expanding. This is just the beginning. We did a chakra opening for you, so your chakras are all really nice and clear. But once you unblock any of your chakras, they will just keep expanding all the time. So that's amazing. Follow your intuition. This is for everyone. Follow your intuition. Follow your soul. It's never led you wrong. Not that voice in your head, that knowing, that feeling. And the more you use your intuition, the stronger it will be, literally. See, Jenna Sullivan, good morning. This is me right here. This is what I want to do. Solitude, go unplug, go meditate, go read a book in nature, go chill. We need to recharge right now because this energy is actually calm. It feels real calm for me. So if you guys can recharge this week, literally, before we get hit with some crazier energy, I like to rest up anyway. Benjamin Cardona, hello, amazing. I have such a good audience on here today. I'm really excited. I don't see enough of everyone's posts because I believe Facebook is censoring what I see. I feel like I see the same like 3 people's posts all the time. So if I've seen your post, I like it. So I'm not seeing, any post I see ever, I like. When I go down the feed, I like or heart it. So if I'm not liking your stuff, I'm probably not seeing your posts, which is kind of sad because I haven't seen any posts from you for a while. I'll have to go see what's going on. But you're so successful in anything that you want to do right now, literally. Unlike before, we have the whole universe backing us and on our side. So it felt like for many years that I was fighting with the universe for everything that I wanted to do because I wasn't on my path. I was talking to Sparks last night about how when I went to college, it took me many, many years to just do like what I had to do. And then when I went to go to school for Reiki, I finished it so quickly and did it so easy and so effortlessly. And it felt like when I was going to school that I was like fighting the universe all the time to just even stay there. Because that wasn't my path. This was. So when you're on your path, the whole universe will align to help you. And that's what's amazing about this time right now. Stephanie Mays, good morning. Rest and rejuvenate. You'll see some ongoing themes today with these messages. Unplug, get out into nature, meditate. We were doing some lovely meditations last night. Sparks is going to come teach meditations too on video. He's just kind of getting used to going live. I believe he's only done like 3 or 4 lives. So he's getting used to it, but he's going to start doing really big things with meditations with us. We wrote some meditations. Hopefully we'll be recording them this weekend. And we're really working on some big things. So we can do some big meditations together. Dino Sifoni, you are working on your root chakra. Literally, you should probably check, I see 101 viewers. You should probably check out our chakra opening too. This is a chakra associated with fear. We have to let go of all these past fears, fears of anything, because we're manifesting with our thoughts. So if we're afraid of something, it will just manifest in the physical over and over and over until we deal with it. I spent the first half of my life with all of my fears playing out, literally. So now I manifest my dreams. Now I'm trying to manifest my dreams. I see we have a lot of angelic activity around us too. I can see it, which is really beautiful and amazing. Carolyn Vicari, balance. Work on balance. Literally, this is where I'm at too. We need peace, love, and harmony. We need to be in balance with everything and everyone in our lives. So what that looks like, if you can't be in balance with certain people, if they're toxic to you, if they're not good for your evolution, maybe clean up your friend list on Facebook. Maybe cut ties with anyone toxic or that makes you feel negative or that makes you think negative about them. Kind of lighten everything in your life. Take an inventory. For balance, what that looks like for me would be I have to get like a certain amount of sleep every night. I'm kind of on a routine schedule. Get in a schedule with your body and your health. Pay attention to what you're putting in your body. We're mind, body, soul complexes, but while we're living in the physical, our bodies are very important to this journey. Yes, Michelle Marie, we have to stop voting. We're going out and doing, we're still, I feel like when you're voting, you're like soul contracting yourself to one of the scenarios. It's kind of like you're committing to one of them. We have to stop altogether. We have to say, no, we're done with vaccines. We're done with your garbage food. We're done with this stuff. If we stop buying it, these companies go out of business. People don't realize that we do all the jobs literally. From the bottom up, we are doing all the jobs. We are running everything in the matrix, literally day to day, and we don't need any of the elite at all. Really, what are they doing for us? What are they doing? So we have to stop buying these poisonous products. Let's see, Johnson & Johnson, I don't really want to go there, but they have a lot of lawsuits for cancer-causing carcinogens in their products. People are still using them on their children. We have to stop buying this toxic garbage that's poisoning us, literally. We have to stop buying this food. You do know that I don't eat flour, which is really hard to do. Sounds crazy, right? Everything's made with flour. I don't eat flour because I know it's sprayed with Roundup, which is a cancer-causing carcinogen. And literally, Roundup is the same, and it's by the same manufacturers that sprayed Vietnam with Asian orange. It's actually like pretty close in compound. So back in Vietnam, I know they tried to cover this up. They actually sprayed entire areas, killing all the people in all of all of the agriculture as well. Well, now instead of spraying us, because they were doing that with chemtrails, they're just putting it in our food. It's no different. So really, we have to stop consuming these products. Why would you can't give this stuff to your kids? Are you going to really be aware of this and keep feeding your kids cereal when you know it causes cancer and that's really what's going on? Probably not. We just have to be more aware, and we have to stop buying this garbage, and they'll stop making it. They'll go out of business. Lori Hamalrek, crown chakra, literally. You should check out our chakra opening too. Your crown, it connects you with source, literally. That was my last chakra to open too, literally, to lead to enlightenment. And I could tell I had like some profound experience. Keep working on that. Wear purple. Say I am mantras. And work on your connection with source and letting go of any ego attachment or materialistic things. We have to live attachment free, and I'm glad you haven't voted Linda Griffiths. Me neither, at all. Ashley Lynn Washington, truth. That's one of the keys you need to higher dimensions. That's why I'm good at that. I don't mind who I shock, offend, whatever. I'm just like resolved to it at this point. It's just kind of me. So truth's pretty easy for me, but truth can be like a sword, and it also can be like a key to higher dimensions. So we need two things. We need truth, love, and wisdom, basically. So we need these chakras open that correlate with these things. So you definitely need your throat chakra open and work on speaking your truth. Usually we get this chakra blocked literally by feeling like we can't voice our opinion, or people will think we're crazy or possibly even insane, right? So work on that chakra, work on speaking your truth. It will unblock you in a huge type of way. Deepa Gadida, awareness. We are working on growing our awareness, or our sense of knowing, literally. Your third eye is doing really good. Keep working on it. You could eat coconut oil, avocados, kind of oil-rich foods. It will help so much. Just keep working on your third eye. You could also take chlorella or spirulina. Anyone who's interested in detoxing any of these metals out of your body, I recommend, just because of where we live and how we're getting hit with toxins. It's in our food, air, whatever, water. You know, you're getting it in your skin when you're showering. There's no avoiding it. So the best thing that you can really do is I recommend a chlorella detox like twice a year. I do it about twice a year, like 2-week detox, and I just take 1,000 milligrams of chlorella a day. And it will literally pull any metals out of your body, because they won't just naturally come out of your body. You have to detox them. So keep working on your third eye. Tara El Galat. Work on grounding. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to go outside. I'm going to try to go out into nature, get outside today. You know, whatever, even just walking the dog. I try to stay grounded, connect with earth, things like that. Connect with earth, ground yourself. You can envision like a cord wrapped around you to the earth, etc. You can go outside barefoot. That's really good too for grounding. Patty Jewel, we all do have PTSD, literally. We've all been through a lot at this point. It sounds really crazy, but that's what woke us up. It's what's led us to a new level of awareness. Understand that things are actually perfect here. I said it. They're perfect here. Things are perfect. With all this craziness and everything going on, things are perfect. This is where we chose to incarnate to. Earth's actually kind of hard to get into. It's actually like a school, and it's kind of hard to get into. Everyone wants to come here because you evolve really fast here. So if we were sitting around meditating in Atlantis, it would probably take us a lot longer to evolve, but there's so much going on here that we evolve really fast and really quickly. So everything is actually perfect. We're now going to heal from this PTSD, and we're kind of healing together as a soul group, and it's pretty amazing. Work on harmony. Literally, you come into harmony with yourself, and then you come into harmony with your twin flame or soulmate, some type of spiritual union. So we have to work on more harmony with our own bodies and our own souls, so that we can come in harmony with someone else. If you're not already in a relationship, you're about to be. If you are in a relationship, you're supposed to be making it more spiritual. Literally, the only way relationships will last is if they are spiritual in some aspect, or they'll just disintegrate. That's how everything in the world works. Tyler Ann, rejoice in celebration. Everyone should be right now. We've made it so far. We've come so far. We are truly warriors. And you should be celebrating. Don't let anyone put your light out. I know there are some that will just want to come along and just try to look at the positive, just try to ignore any negativity, vibrate higher than that. Because you've come so far, we really all have to end up here. And I don't know about you guys, but my path wasn't traditional, which made me kind of an outcast for the first half of my life. Now I'm great, but I had to kind of stand in my truth and on my path. And I did most of my journey alone. Now I'm surrounded by people and I'm doing it with my twin flame. But a lot of this journey we do alone. And now we're coming together as a soul group, and it feels kind of amazing to heal this pain of separateness and to go back to oneness. So everyone should really be celebrating that we have come so far. Astro Linux. Holy shit, you're on live. I know, right? I've been feeling insane Kundalini energy, like having like chills, like real bad chills again, and it's kind of amazing and I love it. So that tells me we're getting hit with a lot of Kundalini energy too as a planet. And then look, I just hit you real hard. I just hit you real hard. This is my hopes for everyone, that I want you to complete yourselves as a soul and draw that ultimate twin flame spiritual love back to you. That complete, that one person in a billion you're supposed to be with. That person who is you another life. But also the same exact vibrational frequency as you. So you guys just vibe the same. You get along on every level. You complement each other on every level. It's pretty amazing to watch how me and Sparks' skill set comes together so we can work together. It's amazing. So just know that love is about to enter your life, and a spiritual one, a real one. Yolanda Caseda. Well, we have a choice. We can either follow our ego or our soul. And I don't know about you guys, but I followed my ego for a really long time, and it left me very unfulfilled, hollow, empty, on a lot of psych meds, medications, cigarettes. It just left me very depressed and unhappy. So now I'm following my soul, and I'm also working on healing and repairing my soul, as well as we're doing miraculous things with healing and repairing my DNA strands and kind of activating them. So work on following your soul and repairing any damage that was done while following your ego. We all have a lot of spiritual healing to do at this point. Leanne Fasas. Don't make any big decisions. This would go on infinitely if this card had enough room, literally. You have infinite choices, infinite decisions in front of you. The only blocks and limits that we have are ones that we place on ourselves. But think things through. Really don't make any huge decisions. Make more conscious decisions about everything right now. Literally. I'm going to let you guys go a little early in the note because I have a lot of healing work. But if you guys need me, I'm here. Check out our site. You can set up anything through our site and I get right back to you. Have a high vibe day. I'll be back live again tomorrow morning. And I'm sending you guys so much high vibe energy, literally. Get out there, detox, get out into nature, stay high vibe. Create your dream life. That's what we're supposed to be doing here. We're not supposed to be serving anyone. We're supposed to be creating. And those that are most creative will be the most successful. So stay high vibe, have an amazing day, and love and light.